fastest hands in the game. They call him Flash.
Just take note, look at the reach.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting the 2-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous 3-division champion of the world, Vasily Lomachenko. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan Garcia.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright, sunny sky.
All right, Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. There's a scoring blow. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Not a lot of defense here at all. Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright, sunny skies.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. How about that time counter shot? Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. The courage on display here is incredible. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute.
Here we go. It's round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Trying to land that jab. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Beautiful counter punch. Straight right just misses. Only catching air with that hook. scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Rest for the weary. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter shot. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Counter. The jab doesn't quite connect. Catch and shoot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it could...
There's the bell to start round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. That counter punch caught him clean. Swing and a miss with the hook. Swing and a miss with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Loma in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
We don't care. Go out there. Great round. Great round. Now relax.
Back into the fray here in round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Which fighter will say no mas? When are we going to see a jab from these two? That hook was off target. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Taj, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Trying to score with the uppercut. That punch lands. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Come on, yes, I like that round.
This is the beginning of round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
He missed with that jab. That jab doesn't find a home. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Punch, counter punch. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Back and forth they go. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Don't release it. Stick your rhythm back and we go again. Right. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's going to go out there. Just take the round off. Win the round on your jab. And then breathe when you stop.
Round 7, here we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Straight right just misses. At the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Caught him. It's all offense all the time. Counter shot lands. And he misses with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Get your focus back. Get that jab back. Just boxing. Be smart.
Landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab, and don't...
There's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You're going back into it.
And there's the bell for round 8. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Well done with that counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Figure out the combination to this sink.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.